Good guys, you're going here first underscore ICT. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Guys. If this is your first time coming across my channel, please make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and if you hit the like button, don't forget to share my videos. If this is not your first time coming across my channel, please, you know how you did, make sure you share my videos in the nature. And if you're a returning viewer and you have not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing and consider to share my video to the nature. What's my journey? I said I'm going to do a video to summarize everything that happened from the film that lasted 1 year, the one that lasted just 3 months, my mindset, the mistake I did, everything, all the errors, the things that changed that made me to lose the profit in 1 month, and the one that made me to lose the profit in 1 year. What made me to start doing all the things that I did in the profit. I'm going to take you guys through the journey, both the APT curve of the one that lasted 1 year and the APT curve of the one that just lasted a month. Let's hop into the presentation that I prepared for you guys. I prepared this presentation to use to summarize everything in order to make everything more easier. Let's get to the first slide here. Says my profile review after 1 year of trying. I tried for 1 year. Did I fail? Yes, I failed. That's not a failure. I'm not going to give up. 2023, 2024. That's how I used to, just like a session. I'm treating my trading as an academy, as an university course. This 2023, 2024 section for profile review. In the next slide, I'm going to show you guys the things that really happened from the first to the 15th. The key things that I'm going to be talking about in this presentation. Young at first profile journey. 5 lessons I learned through my 1 year of trading profile, trying to pass profile. Number 1 thing was the strategy. Which strategy was I using to trade this profile? I was using ICT concepts, the Judas model, which is month 8. Is the Judas model. Now, because I did 2022 mentorship with ICT, I also knew some things in the 2022 mentorship that I used to implement on this strategy. Now I'm using experience. I also have strategy. I'm not going to explain the strategy in full here, because if I do, I will take much longer of everybody's time. What I'm using is the month 8. If you want to learn the month 8, you can go to the ICT's YouTube library. Just check for month 8. You're going to see everything that happened. This strategy, I backtested it for 6 months during the 2023. I backtested it for 6 months. After backtesting, that means I have data. I have statistic data, which is occurrence that have happened in the previous time. Now I have backtested. If I'm a scientist, I've collected data. Now what was remaining was for me to execute. When I executed, I bought the Profim account. When I bought the Profim account, so what happened was during the time I bought the Profim account, I was using the 2022 mentorship actually. But after 1 or 2 things, I listened to ICT's listing. I have to switch to the month 8. So try to check the month 8 out. It's just a simple contest. After I backtested, and after tested for another 6 months, during the 6 months, I tested a lot. I tested for another 6 months. Now I have 6 months of tested data and 6 months of backtested data. If I join it together, I have a statistic data that proves that my strategy is profitable. Now, during the 2023, I grinded, which is going to lead us to the number 2 lessons. The number 2 lesson is the FOMO. Oh my god. FOMO. Fear was missing out, many fears. I was passing through many fears. I didn't want to blow the account, this and that, those kind of things. I didn't want to blow the account. I was afraid. During the FOMO, I was like, I don't know whether this strategy is going to work. And I was using the 2022 mentorship before I switched to my Judas model. The Judas model, I was passing through many things. What made me change to the Judas model was due to FOMO. I was always with the 2022 mentorship. I was not seeing much trade on the player I was trading. Literally, I was not seeing much trade. I was forcing trade. I wanted to be in the position. I wanted to be on the trade. I wanted to be in the market. I wanted to be doing something. And using the lower time frame, EU is not that multiple that it was not giving me what I needed. I have to change. How did I kill this FOMO? Was changing to what I think made me to be more comfortable, more confidence. Was switching from the lower time frame to the higher time frame. That was how I was able to deal with this FOMO. During that 2023, I now discovered that I have dealt with FOMO. I was no longer afraid of opening position. which is going to take us to number 3. Number 3 lessons was varying my risk. During the profile, I have switched my strategy. After passing through for and everything, I've entered the Judas model, which is box 8 ICT. Varying my risk. I was varying my risk. And I noticed that I was risking higher on my losers and I was risking lower on my winners. Let me say, if I have a win now, the next trade I'm going to risk 1%, and that trade that I'm going to risk 1% is going to hit stop loss. Now I have hit stop loss, which means the next trade I'm going to use 0.5%. If I use 0.5%, I'm going to hit TP. That after taking some for tested data, and I said, okay, since I'm doing this, is kind of telling my winners my risk reward is not matching. I said, okay, since my risk reward is not in line, I don't like this. I want to do something different. I want to like have everything fixed. I just want to be like a robot. I just want to be AI trading the market. Just trade what I'm going to see. I'm going to be settling with 1% risk after I vary my risk. Did I disobey this rule? Stay to the end of this video. You are going to know whether I disobeyed this rule that I was going to risk only 1% till I passed the profile. I couldn't pass the profile. I was trading, but I couldn't pass the profile, which is going to lead us to the 4th thing, which is psychology. What was my psychology when I discovered that I couldn't pass this profile in 6 months? I couldn't pass profile, not even the all phases, just phase 1. I couldn't pass the profile. When I reviewed my journal again, I saw some mirrors. That was my psychology then. My psychology was very strong. I was not rushing it. Why didn't I rush it? There was this ICT Twitter space call where he told us that if we know how many times our strategy have performed in the previous times, and we know have the statistical data, we know when the strategy is going to work, and we know when the strategy is not likely to bring a winner. What are we going to do? We just have to follow the plan, just follow the rules and keep going. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. I was like, okay, since ICT say this, let me do it. And other people who I look up to, I still saying the sentence. I said, okay, my psychology is strong. I still have to do this. I was risking my 1%, but then, bro, I was still heartbroken because I felt that I should build and set my YouTube decks, everything set so I can come back to YouTube. You know, I miss you guys very well. I said I'm not going to come back to YouTube. This is now a matter of YouTube. This is a fight. I'm fighting for myself. I'm not fighting against myself. I'm not competing with anybody. I'm competing with myself. When I was in Jordan, how I did with Jordan to maintain my psychology was making sure that I was only taking 2 trades per week. There's no need taking too many trades, being the child, trying to, because I had less focus on the screen. If I stay long in the screen, I lose focus. I start looking for many other things that is going to ask confidence, which wasn't making sense. I just needed maybe 1 hour 30 minutes to be focused and take a good right decision in the market. What I did when I discovered that I was having less focus when I stayed longer in the market, what I did was to streamline my time on the charts, just 1 hour 30 minutes, which is London. During the London, I wake up. When I come to the London, I try to come around 2:30 a.m. New York time. I know I'm from Nigeria, but using New York time. You can change your trading view to New York time. I'm not conversant with it, maybe because my mentor, ICT, is using New York time. 30 I'm up, mark my accumulation, manipulation, waiting for distribution, something like that. Experience is going to teach you something like that. When I did this, I saw that my efficiency, my productivity, everything increased. Tried to increase, not even tried, it really increased. When it increased, I saw that less stress, we are more better, we are more less stress. I was feeling less stress. I was trading well. I was doing the right things, and I felt this is it. That is what I need. That is what I need. I don't need plenty stress. My strategy was more strong. I was not feeling this fear of more. My heart was no longer beating. I was relaxed. I just opened my trade, put my stop loss, static. I was using everything static. That was why the account lasted for 1 year. That was one of the problems I had. Was my psychology focus. Assuming I was getting all the trade, 5 trades in a week, it should have been a problem for me. That was it. I know you guys are going to blame me for this last one, but it is what it is. The last one is increasing my risk in drawdown. Oh God. I increased my risk while in Jordan. During the 2024, as we entered 2024, after 2023, we finished everything, we entered 2024. What was the good news? January was a break-even for me. February brought a win. I used NFP because then I was taking 2 trades a week, one on Tuesday, the last one on Friday. I like Friday because there were times during 2023, Friday were on stars for me. I used it to make good money, both on my live account and on the profile account. And I discovered that my Friday trades were all break-even. I never made money. For the past 6 months, I've been trading Friday. It was just break-even. The only day that was bringing money for me was Tuesday. What did I do? And battling with focus in the market, what I did was to streamline the trading days again to only 1 day a week. Just one shot. Imagine a sniper going to war with one shot. You must kill the enemy with that shot, or the enemy kills you with that shot. That was my mentality. I lose this one shot, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to stay disciplined. I'm going to stay focused. I'm going to be patient, wait for the next week to try again. If I can make 2% every month, just 2% every month, losing 1% risk per trade, I'm going to be happy. That was attainable. More thing, I always had 2 trades winning every month. 2 trades, that's it. 2 trades. I must have 2 trade winnings. I don't have losing much. By my tested data, by my forward tested data, I still didn't have any losing month. I must make 2%. My strategy Tuesday, if I only took Tuesday stretch, I was making like that. After reviewing my journal again, I discovered that Friday was not bringing me. I said, okay, let me just take the one that was bringing me, which was Tuesday. Now, when I took the Tuesday, immediately I made that decision. Everything crashed. That was March. After my February trade, everything crashed. I was on my phase 2 because I passed my phase 1 during 2024. The NFP on February, I passed when I was taking 2 trades. When I passed my phase 2, it was something like, okay, we have arrived. We are doing well, everything is working. And I made that decision from trading 2 days to a day per week. Everything crashed. I'm going to show you guys. I was up 2%. That's why I increased my risk to 2% per trade. Stay with me, guys. Before I tell you that, stay with me. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have not hit the like button, please subscribe. Let me be using this money to see forward. Let me just try to monetize my YouTube channel. It's not easy for me. Let me just try to monetize it so that I'm using it to support the journey. I've been trading here for 4 years, bro. People ask me, where am I going? What am I doing? I know where I'm going. I want to be a successful day trader. I want to retire my parents. They have already suffered for me. I chose university. The only reason why I chose university will be in the next video. Don't worry, just stay tuned. Stay tuned to this channel. Make sure you hit the like button, because if you hit the like button, you're not going to miss the real raw truth about trading. Don't just go and jump into trading. Put your money. You just cause trading is scam. Just sit down and hear the real truth about trading. After I passed my phase 2, the decision transition from trading Friday to trading early Tuesday, everything went down. March, everything went down. I had 4% down. I was 4% down during April. April should have given me like 2%. What happened in the month of April was literally my company, which I was using, Consumer. I was using Consumer Trader in the 2023 account. I bought Consumer Trading profile. There was a Tuesday trade, CPR, DPPI. They split on me. I was risking 1%. When I came, I saw 2% down because I had the trade overnight. Everything went sour. From there, I was down 5%. If you have been following my video, you will see where I did the last video on Consumer. I was down 5%. I was running the accounts from then to June, July. I was close to 1 year of that account. The account, so I was still 1 year. Me trying to pass the phase 1, phase 2, everything summed up together to 1 year. The struggle was 1 year. And I said, okay, since this struggle is 1 year and the company is shaking, some people commenting on their Instagram, they are no longer paying. They locked their comment section on Instagram, they are not responding again. Their supporting on Instagram is not working, WhatsApp is not working. I don't think I should be here trying to pass an account which I don't know if they are going to pay me. Since those who have passed and who have reached the part, they have not paid them, they have not said anything about it. The brand ambassador, which we had confidence, not we, I had confidence because Dr. Biz was backing them. I had confidence that these guys are going to pay me. If they don't pay me, I'll meet Dr. Biz. If Dr. Biz has money, if I call him out to pay me, he's going to pay me. He's my boss. There was no need to keep this account. Let me not so far finish now. everything is going to crash. And I said, let me increase my risk. What I did before I change anything on my trading, I used to refer to my journal. Have that thing worked in the past 6 months? Have that thing worked in the past 1 year? When I checked in my journal, I saw that assuming I was risking 2% when I got that account, when I got the consumer account in 2023, I would have passed and I would have withdrawn 3 times or 2 times from the account before this saga about consumer starts. Only risk 2% since the account is 1 year. And also, the major issue here is not that the account have stayed 1 year. The major issue was that this company is no longer strong, active, they are no longer trusted, they are no longer transparent. They just do give away, people buy accounts, they deny payouts. There is no proof. People are telling you deny payouts. Can't you come out and say, no, I don't deny payouts? Look at the people I have paid them. You just locked your comment section. That was the reason why that led me to increase my risk to 2%. I was trying to pass this account. Now pressure was on me. I was seeing myself as a failure. After trading for 1 year, I couldn't pass an account. I was seeing myself like maybe I'm a failure, maybe I'm wasting my time. Not quote unquote I'm a failure, but I was thinking I was wasting my time. Why should I have been this pro-firm evaluation for complete 1 year? I didn't pass. I'm going to risk this account. No risk, no reward. If there is risk, there is reward. So if there is reward in risk, I'm going to take the risk. What I did was to risk my 2%. The same strategy I was using, only taking 1 shot every week. It was running 4% for me to lose the account, close to 6% for me to lose the account. That means it's going to be only 3 trades because I was going to use 6. This is my Forex book phase 2 profile city trader. Wow, what happened? You can see how the PT curve was. When we started, everything was grinding. When I kept the risk consistent, even when I was varying the risk, you could also see everything was moving so well. Everything was going well. When I passed, look, these dots here means I've withdrawn the account. Literally, like, let's say I've withdrawn because I've been able to pass the phase 1. When I passed the phase 1, that was when the company automatically brought my account back to 5k, which is withdrawing the profit. And after the withdrawal of February, when I passed my account, everything went south. March, I lost everything. I was like, what is happening? What is happening? Everything just went down. Yeah, bam. See, I failed the account. I went to March 4% down. April split the next one 4% down. Everything I was struggling. Then I increased my risk. Same thing. It was the time. Increased my risk. Everything went up. I was like, yes. I didn't know that this thing still down trades. We didn't break any. We didn't break anything. We didn't break any structure. I just showed my commitment and I took it as that's it. I couldn't do anything. I just took my faith like that. During that time, I also purchased a new account from a new company. A company that I felt confidence in. A company that I really love. A company that when I researched them, we are supported with Nigerian traders, which is GFT, the Gold Funded Trader. When I got this Gold Funded Trader, pressure was on me. The year 2024 was going more than half. I was like, good. Just want to pass, just want to make money. I just want to go back to YouTube. I miss my YouTube video. I'm in school. I need money to sort out my bills. I was like, what am I going to do? This new account that I'm going to purchase, I'm not going to take it like how I did it in the year 2023. Even though I knew that I was still on a losing streak, I was increasing my risk. As you see, just like I was like taking karma. But like it was just like I was thinking karma. How will you be increasing your risk on a drawdown of losing streak? Not even on a drawdown, on a losing streak, pure 1 year losing streak. And I'm increasing my risk. Does it make sense? Since I was feeling pressure on myself that I was having this feeling of I don't know what was bad in myself, in my brain, in my subconscious mind to see that I'm a loser because I've not passed perfect within 1 year. I'm on losing streak. While I was passing through my training days. You know, when you're passing through internship in the university, when we pass through internship, they don't pay us. Instead of most companies, instead of them to pay you, you use your money to sort out this for yourself because your transportation to the company you are working or the person you are working for the internship, you are going to be the person to sort your feeding, your everything, the person you're just going to teach you. Why was I feeling pressure that I was not making money? I was not passing accounts. This 2024 is making me feel That was the ill. That was the problem I had. That was the thinking I had. I was like, hey, there was no time. I just have to read this. My 2024 plan, my goals for 2024. I've not achieved anything. Assuming I didn't have that no psychological mindset, my subconscious mind didn't start ringing like that, the account would have still be active, because I would have still used my 1%. I would still use the 2% on consumers because I was no longer having confidence, and the transparency about the company is fading. Now that one is certain. But about the GFT accounts, I should have still been trading the accounts. Instead of telling the truth, I should have been risking 1% by the account, since I knew that I'm facing a losing streak that's trying to last for 1 year, and I know that I'm going to pass this, and I'm going to pass this phase. It's just like the phase of life. Where toughness have to come, or the tide have to come, you have to pass it. When I felt this prayer, I said, okay, I was going to risk 2% because I had my backtested data saying that if I risk 2%, I was going to make more money, I was going to pass. Now you can risk 2% on evaluation, though. That's just the truth. If you have the money, you can risk it. But if you're in Nigeria and a student, and you are from a family that doesn't have that much, you want to try to be the breadwinner, you want to break the limit, there's no need really doing those things. So because now dollar the high like this, 1,000 close to 1,007. Now if you buy a profit, you know what, even to get a little lowest account on the profit industry is going to cost you close to something thousand, close to 100,000 now. At the exchange rate is close to 100,000 naira. You don't need to do that. I realized my mistake after the day I failed the challenge. Next slide is going to show the GFT account history, the trade growth. Everything went down. There was no single day the index APT was above the balance. The other one, the CFT was good though. We rose above balance. We struggled till we passed phase 1. Let me go back to the slide of FT. You see that we tried. We grinded. Look at phase 1 from this beginning point to here. It was the phase 1. Grinded. We grinded, bro. We grinded, bro. Yes, I couldn't manage all the struggles, everything. There was political class I saw on YouTube. He said there will be a period in your trading time where you are going to do everything right. Everything you're going to do the exact something that makes you money, and you're not going to make money. That was what I was passing in 2024, but I didn't see that. I was not passing that account. This trade growth is my worst trade growth. I've not seen this type of trade growth before. But I say this is growth. This is deep drawdown. I kept going to Jordan. See you guys in the next video. It's your boy YoungFS_. I see. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to keep trading. Don't give up. It's not easy. I felt through pains. That was why I did all these things. That was why I risked 2%. If you can risk 2%, you have the money to afford the account. You can risk 2%. At least it helps you to pass fast and get to the funded stage where you can make money. If you're in the evaluation, you're not making money. But if you don't have the money, you can just stick to what you have. Make sure you turn the notification button.